Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the 6 a.m. Swingers Club with Sensei David Hills. And I'm Kendra McLaughlin, and we're so happy to have you here this morning. We're just going to wait a minute or two just so people can tune in because they're going to be seeing us live. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Two Facebooks.
Two Facebooks. That's right. Mine and his.
Four screens going.
Looks like a movie studio here. We are in our studio, which is our home, which is what we said about this whole workout, is that you can work out at home and get a fantastic workout. And I have to say, just before we get started, I've noticed a really big difference here in my psoas, as we call it. And
actually, people think that it's their stomach flattening right away. It's a change in your posture. It will flatten your stomach over time, but you'll get some very quick results because just the way you hold yourself.
So I can attest to this because I was a bodybuilder or a weightlifter. I did the traditional weightlifting before this. And what was happening to my back, partly because of age, I'm in my late 50s, was that I was getting a rounded back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that David noticed when he first met me. I couldn't see it because I can't see behind there. But
seating the shoulders properly changes that.
And also developing the psoas changes my whole posture, and I can feel it and I can see it in the mirror. It's much better than it was. Still have a little ways to go, but that's what it will help. And especially as you age, as we were saying, we're in our 50s, so I'm heading towards 60 pretty soon. And I want to be able to go into my 60s, 70s, and 80s with a nice physique, and also
get your shit together now.
And also be able to do things. I want to be active and be able to, have a body that I'm able to do physical things like hiking in the Himalayas in India in September, things like that. So anyway, welcome everybody. So happy to have you here on this beautiful Tuesday. And what are we going to be learning about today?
Well, yesterday we started the Turkish Getup, and we got to the beginning piece of it today, and we did it without the kettlebell. We did it with the shoe, and today we're gonna use a kettlebell, and we're gonna do the pieces that come just before that, and work on putting it together so that we can do the half Getup. This is the quintessential shoulder rehabilitation exercise, the half Getup. There's professional athletes across the globe have used this to recover from torn rotator cuff and develop it back to the point and beyond where it was before the injuries. This is the exercise. So Trevor, if you're still on here watching, this is the, if you're talking about swinging a tennis racket, throwing a punch, it doesn't matter. If you are going to do it properly, you have to seat the shoulder, before you do any of that stuff. Having your shoulder unseated and then putting it under heavy load, that's how you tear it. So anyway, let's get to it.
I'm just going to see. I have to put my glasses on so I can see who's joining us this morning. And I think it's Chabaria. I knew it. I saw it on here, and I saw some loves. Ramid, what was that? How did you say that name? Remigulus is here again this morning. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Chabaria. Chabaria, Chabaria is just amazing. She has taught us our online business. So look her up on Facebook. You'll see her name below.
The computer screen.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to work here.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is, like I said, the first part of the Turkish Getup. The condition with the Getup is that you are lying on the ground. Kettlebell is to your side, approximately halfway between your hip and shoulder. And what you're going to do is this. I want to pick up the kettlebell to here. I'm not going to do it with my arm because I have to, anytime I use a kettlebell, imagine that the kettlebell weighs 100 pounds. So everything you do has to be done properly. Just to bring it to the first position, I'm going to undergrip the kettlebell. I'm going to roll my body towards it, pushing into this leg. I'm going to roll my body towards it, overgrip it, so that with two hands, I'm using my body weight, I pull it to this position, right? Now, the weight of the kettlebell is exiting into the ground through my elbow. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the thumb of the other hand and I'm going to go underneath the handle. I'm going to roll towards it. I'm going to roll onto my back. And then with two hands, I'm going to push it straight overhead. And then seat the shoulder, right? Kettlebell's in my left hand. I have to make sure that this shoulder is seated. Now the weight of the kettlebell is coming down through and exiting into the ground outside of my shoulder. Now, the right hand, opposite hand, is going to be at 45 degrees. I'm going to bend my left leg, right? So whatever hand the kettlebell, or whatever hand the kettlebell is in, that same leg is the leg that bends. Opposite hand at 45 degrees, right? Not all the way out here, not against my body, but halfway. Now, I'm going to bring it down for just 1 second. Set it down because I want to explain something. We talked about seating this shoulder, the one that has the kettlebell in it. You also have to seat the other shoulder. And here's why. When I go to do my lift, the weight of the kettlebell is on this shoulder. This shoulder is carrying the weight of the kettlebell and the rest of my body. So this one is the one that's actually doing more work. Think about that for a second. You have to see both shoulders. Okay, so again, lying with the kettlebell halfway between my hip and shoulder. Under grip the kettlebell. Roll towards it. Over grip the kettlebell. Pull it up. Now I'm going to reposition this hand, thumb under the handle, bring it close to the center of my body, roll to my back, and with two hands, press it overhead. Make sure to seat the shoulder, hand to the side. Whatever hand the kettlebell's in, that leg is bent. Now I'm going to push into this leg, roll to the opposite shoulder, fire my core up to the elbow, and then I'm going to push into this hand until my arm is straight. This is the half getup. Back down and up. Keeping your eyes on the kettlebell. Now, when I bring it back down, I'm going to do everything in the reverse order. This hand goes under the handle, two hands to bring it into the center, right into my middle of my chest, and then I'm going to roll to the side and set it down. Now, grab the handles of the kettlebell, holding it by the horns. Drag it around your head with both arms. You don't want to try to bring it across your face or even across your chest. It's going to do funky things with your wrist, and it's not going to be a happy day. Bringing it around your head. Now I'm going to do the other side. So I take the right hand and I undergrip the kettlebell, roll towards it, overgrip it, pull till it's straight up. Position the other hand under the handle of the kettlebell. Roll to my center and two-handed press. Seat the shoulder. Position the leg. Position the other hand. Pushing into this leg, I roll to my side, firing my core up to the elbow, hand.
Now, of course, David makes this look really easy, and it's not that it's difficult, but you have to get the form down first. So that's what I am. I'm new to this whole kettlebell workout. He is my trainer, obviously, and so you'll see me make this not look so easy. All right. I'm gonna use a smaller kettlebell. The one that he is using is pretty heavy. So to get the form down, I'm gonna use a smaller weight. Okay,
So from the hip to the shoulder, I'm gonna place it sort of in a triangle, like a equilateral triangle. Now, under grip it with the close hand, right? Roll towards it, over grip it with the other. Now kind of roll towards it, bring it close to your center, then use your body weight to roll it back until the elbow is on the ground. Now, straighten the wrist. Now, reposition this hand so that the thumb goes under the handle. Under the handle here. Now, you're going to roll towards it again, and then two-handed press to the ceiling. Take this hand away. You can only take one hand away. There you go. Good. Now, kettlebell is in your left hand, so the left leg is bent. And you're going to press into the left leg, roll to the right shoulder, fire the core to come up to the elbow, and then push into the hand. All right, now, here's a good time to really make sure this shoulder is seated exactly like this one is seated. Then roll back down, keeping your eyes on the kettlebell the entire time. Do a couple of those.
now my wrist automatically, this wrist up here will automatically want to try to move.
Yeah, it's going to want to bend back. You need to keep it straight.
And also keep your elbow locked here.
Absolutely. Each piece that you learn has to be maintained throughout the exercise. Elbow goes straight to the sky.
Now, once you learn the form on this, how fast? How fast?
Well,
or is it a pretty slow?
Right now, you want to go very slow. You can pick up the speed later on. Bring it back down. Reach the other hand up. Two hands, bring it to the center. Use your body weight and roll to the side. Right. Now reposition your hands so you're grabbing it by the horns. Drag it on the floor around your head. Right. Under grip. Now, so you want to bring it a little bit further. Yeah. You want about halfway from your hip to your shoulder. Now, roll towards it, over grip. Use your body weight to roll it back. Imagine that kettlebell is 100 pounds. Slide the thumb under.
This way,
yep. And now roll towards it again. Bring it to your center. Now roll back and two-handed press to the ceiling. Straighten the wrist. Drop the shoulder. Good. Switch the legs. Now you can keep it pointed to the ceiling, eyes on the kettlebell. Press into the leg. Fire the core. Press into the hand. Make sure both shoulders are seated. And roll back. Nice. Now, in a nice smooth motion, you're going to combine 1 and 2. And then 3. Good. One more time. Bringing it back, you're going to take the other hand, bring it underneath. Bring it to your center. Roll towards the right hand side. Cool. Very nice.
So their homework today is to
absolutely practice the Turkish getup, the half getup. Absolutely.
Cool. I like that one.
Excellent. Okay, well, we're coming up on 6:15, so time to grab our kettlebell and do our workout.
So this is the portion of the morning where we actually do a workout with you. So grab your kettlebells and follow along with us. And then you can expand on this at home if you'd like, but you really don't need that much.
Nope.
You don't have to spend a lot of time with a kettlebell. What are we going to be doing first? So I know.
We're going to be doing swings. You can use your
Okay.
to start. All right.
Now, review the swing just a little bit for people who are new today.
The swing form, you will definitely want to go onto the if you want to get started. The best thing to do is to go to Sensei David Hill's on YouTube, and there's a series of videos that are the 5 things that you need to be able to do before you swing a kettlebell. It's about seating the shoulder. It's about sitting back into the hips. It's about keeping your spine straight. All of the keys that you need to have in place before you swing. The hinge at the hip. It's a seated shoulder. Firing from the hip. Thumb back at the bottom. Not trying to lift it with your arm. Using momentum. These are really, really important pieces.
It's your hips coming forward that lifts your arms up. And the first thing that I wanted to do was help it with my hips.
Everybody wants to use their arms to lift it up.
It's not what it is. It comes from here, and that's why this has developed here for me, and for everybody who does this.
Absolutely. Okay, so sit back into the hips. 2 hands on the kettlebell, seat your shoulders, drive into your heels to pick it up. We're going to do 10 swings. We're going to start to warm up the body.
Eight, 9, 10.
Now bring it down. Bring it behind you. Fire your glutes so that it pushes your hips forward. Push, push, push. Bring it back. Bring the kettlebell to the front. Sit. Pick it up a little bit so that you can sit deeper. Stretching the glutes. Pop the kettlebell up in front of you, holding it by the handle. Do 5 squats. Sit. Push the hips forward. You want to think here? Hips back. 1. 2. 3. Down. And you're going to pop it up. Push it overhead. 2 hands. 1. 2. 5 more. 1. 2. 3. Bring it down. 9.
Whew, that does work the cardio.
Shift your hands so that it's the middle of the kettlebell. Swing to the rack.
I'm going to go with this smaller one.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah. Now, swing to the rack and press. 1. 2. 2. Swing to the rack. 3. to the right. 4. Swing to the right. 5. Change hands. 1. 4. Change hands. To the right. Now, we're going to do some lunges, but these are going to be a little different. Make sure your feet are a little bit better than shoulder width apart. We're going to start with the kettlebell on our left hand. Shift over to your right leg a little bit. Pivot on your left, pointing directly to the side. Now shift your weight onto that leg. Turn on the other leg, you're going to turn on the toe. Down. Go back up. Shift back. Heel, toe. Turn, heel, toe. Drop. Come back up. Heel, toe. One more on this side. Heel, toe, drop. Come back. Heel, toe. Change hands. Now, going the other way. Pivot on the heel. Shift forward. Pivot on the toe. Drop. Come back up. Heel, toe. Heel, toe. Move. Drop. Come back. Heel, toe. One more. Heel, toe. Drop. Come back. Heel, toe. Change hands. Now we're going to step forward, stepping with the opposite leg. Lunge. 1. Again. 2. 3. 4. 5. Change hands with the kettlebell. Coming forward. 1. 2. 3. 5. Set it down.
Wow. You know what I love about this workout? It's a warrior workout. We are warriors getting strong. Ah, I love it.
Every Russian military barracks has a kettlebell in the corner. And that corner of the barracks is called Courage Corner. Yeah, actually, we're going to do snatches next. So
Okay.
that same one. Now, so this is a good time to point this out. When the people hurt themselves with the kettlebell, mostly putting them away and bringing them out.
Which is yeah.
It's
Probably
just
I did a naughty thing.
It's
probably.
just a matter of habit, really.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't matter, like, we have a coffee table sitting here that we move back and forth to give ourselves space to work out. Whenever you pick up anything that you have to, that is putting your body under load, you want to use these same principles that you use when you're picking up and moving your kettlebell. So that includes putting them away and taking them out. That's where you'll hurt yourself. Okay, so now we're going to do snatches overhead. We're going to do 10 on each side. Here we go. Reach back, Thumb back in the kettlebell. Sit your hips down. Pick it up. Now, swing overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change hands. 1. Keep your core fired. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it in. Nice. Change hands. Okay. We're going to do some lateral swings, or king swings we call these. So I'm going to take the kettlebell from a rack position, throw it to the outside, bring it around. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. One more on this side. Wow. So this is going to go. Yeah, exactly. Now watch this. Watch how I change hands. Yep. Just go around. Bring the hand through. Exactly. So from this side now, we're going to the outside. 1, 2. That's it. Let your arm go straight. Now, we're going to just practice changing hands. So, around and in. Other side. Now, the trick is keep your elbow as close to your body as you can. Watch my elbow. Keep it tight. Yeah. Keep your core fired. Keep your elbow close to you. 3 more. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Wow, that's different.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the kettlebell. We're going to do our swings. We're going to do 50 swings.
Nice.
Now, with these ones, what I want you to do is 2 things. Fire your glutes hard. Snap your hips forward. Don't just fire your hips. Push hard. And you're going to lift on the muscles of the pelvic floor at the top of the swing. You're going to clamp down on the perineum and the muscles around the core, bottom floor of the pelvis. Any of you women that have ever been through Lamaze and you know what Kegels are? That's the exercise. At the top of the swing, tighten.
Is this because I asked for a booty exercise yesterday?
I won't tell. Okay, here we go. 50 swings. Firing the musculature of the pelvic floor hard at the top of the swing. And here we go. 1, 2, 6, 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Put it down.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
that was a fantastic workout. Thank you so much for joining us today for our kettlebell workout. Just this. So happy to have you here to support us, and hopefully you're learning something that you can utilize at home. I mean, that's what this is all about. We want to help you develop your body so that as you get older, and we want you to be healthy, be agile, be strong, be warriors, and be able to do things.
This stuff, it's like the fountain of youth for people. This stuff, the kettlebell is what allowed me to get in the MMA cage at 50 years old and compete with guys half my age. It's like nothing you've ever done before.
And the cool part is I wish I had started this a lot younger. You're never too young, you're never too old to start a healthy way of living and an exercise program to move your body. You should be doing something to move your body every single day. Get your blood going. It helps with your mind. It helps with your emotions and all that stuff. So sending love, peace, joy, happiness to all of you in the world today who need it. Setting our intentions for a beautiful day. We will see you here, same time, 6 a.m. for the 6 a.m. Swingers Club.
We'll do the next piece of the Turkish Getup tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Love you.